the business is very interesting because you have to be every time informed. If you are stable, you are dying. You have to do it from your heart and you have to work on it. In Central Europe, who love you. Georgia is not only Khachapuri, Khinkali and Mzwadi. Yeah, we have much more to offer, really. I'm Tornike Guruli. I'm university professor and I'm working for business as well. And this is my interview for Sakartvelo Insight. I was born in Soviet time in the west part of Georgia, and it was very interesting time because Soviet time was very, very interesting and different than now. It's helped me to speak Russian and German because at my school was only Russian and German languages to study, not other languages like English and etc. It was very interesting, but in 90s in Georgia, we had different wars in Abkhazia, in South Ossetia, in Tbilisi, and then 2008, and it was not a good experience for us, for Georgian people. When I was a student, I wanted to study public relations, and I started here, but the quality of study and etc. was not the best. So I decided to move abroad, and I went to Germany, and I made my graduation in Germany, part of bachelor and master degree in Germany as well. So I'm happy to have this opportunity because I explored the world in Germany, and now I have a lot of friends from different countries. As a Georgian, when you are very open to other people, it's important to have contacts with a lot of people and a lot of nations because they made your life more rich and more interesting because to concentrate on yourself and only on one nation, it's kind of very dangerous. In the history, it was very dangerous, and now it's very dangerous. After 2003, when we had the revolution in Georgia, the situation changed because we became electricity, we became gas, and the reforms started. And it was a great opportunity for me because I had international experience, I had international educations, I had work experience in Germany, so I very easily got a job here. I had two choices: to have a project manager job in Germany for €1,000 or €1,500, or to study to start in Georgia a new job with $800 and then to move up and up. And I'm very happy because I made this decision to come back to Georgia because here you have a lot of opportunities. In Germany, you have hundreds or thousands like you. And in Georgia, if you have international experience, if you are speaking different languages, if you are a hard worker, you have more opportunity to achieve something because it is big demand of very educated people, of hard workers and etc. But on the market, you cannot find a lot, unfortunately. But at the time, this situation is changing and changing. I'm thinking a lot of people now, especially, they would like to go abroad, but they are staying there. But I think it is a lot of opportunity here to achieve something when you are working very hard, when you are working on yourself, to develop yourself, because if you cancel your education every day, your development every day, you cannot move forward. So it is important to move forward. Now, what is our life? Our life is our choice. So we are choosing. For example, I can choose I am happy, and I can find reasons why I'm happy. Or I can choose I'm unhappy, and I can find hundreds of reasons why I can be unhappy. So this was my choice to come to Georgia and to work here, and I am happy because I choose that I have to be happy. Our life have phases, so steps, and one step can be for experience, for discovering the world, and etc. And it is very good to live somewhere 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. But Georgia is good as well for living, to be free, just less bureaucracy, less stress from the government, and etc. Because you can have more freedom. You can be here more loved for your parents, for your relatives, for your neighbors, for your students, and etc. And if you are living abroad, especially in Central Europe, who love you, just maybe your wife or kids, not your neighbors, not your relatives, no one, because you are just a foreigner, you are a migrant, and you have this background, and you are nobody. Sorry. Because if you go here on the street, you can speak with some people, your neighbors, and etc. And they some kind love you because they are like your friends. Maybe they are speaking something wrong about you, but they still love you, and you are interesting for them as well. And this relationship, this contact, I really like it. My life is going on 2 ways. One is academic way, because I'm working at the university as a university professor, and my second way is working for the business. I'm mostly working in strategic communication, sales mostly. So I choose these 2 ways because it's make me more diverse, and it makes me more interesting. And it is interesting for me as well because I can concentrate on 2 parts, and both of them are very interesting because I'm growing up as well. Working with the students is absolutely interesting because they have crazy ideas, what I like. And this connection with the people makes me absolutely happy because for me is the main value is a human, and I cannot have job without people. When I came back to Georgia, I started to work in one NGO, human rights, and it was very interesting. Then I moved to the business. I worked in advertising agency, and I had different clients. And from this period, I moved from one business to other business, and etc. And the business is very interesting because you have to be every time informed. You have to develop yourself every day because stability is not good in the business. If you are stable, you are dying. Permanently improving something, permanently moving forward is in business most important. So it was my life philosophy as well. So it matched very well. This is why I made the career in the business as well, not only in academic field. In business, it's very important to develop new ideas every time, to plan new stuff every time, to be more flexible, because you have to have sense of the market. If you don't have sense of the market, you cannot develop the business. Mostly in the business, I do jobs with the people, and I really like it. And I have my hobbies as well. For example, trainings. I made special education for international trainings in Germany. This was 3 years, and I learned how to teach adults, methodology, and etc. And I conducted more than 300 trainings in the life. And trainings are very interesting because you are meeting new people. They have different experience. They have interesting questions as well. And this is like sharing. You are developing something in yourself, and the participants in the training, they are developing as well. So this is a win-win situation for the trainer and for the participants. So it makes me happy. And I have feelings to trainings because I can never forget this feeling when you are finishing the training, when the participants are happy, and when they are giving you feedback, and the feedback is positive. In 99%, they are happy. With the students, you have to be sometimes very strictly, because some students can be very lazy. And with adults, you need different methodology. They have to discuss more, they have to develop something, they have to have made structures in their jobs, and for this you have different methodology. For the students, we have completely different ways how to teach and how they are learning, because some students, they absolutely not understand that this is a chance to learn something new, to develop something new. They just like to have best notes and to have degree just. And this is very sad for me, because if you are doing something, you have to do it from your heart and you have to work on it, because to get some notes and etc., this is easy. But to do something with your heart, this is very special, and it makes you more happy, and it develops you more and more. Georgian students are more easy. They are asking less questions, and European students asking more questions. Georgian students are criticizing less. European students are criticizing more and more. I'm wondering that Georgian students never have pens and papers to write something. European students every time have, and they make notes, and Georgian students don't make notes. Unfortunately, in Georgia, a lot of people have this shiny life. This means you have to study because your grandmother or your mother, your parent want that you are a student, and this is why you are studying. Because someone decided for you to be a doctor or to be an accountant or marketing manager. This is a huge problem, I guess, in Georgia, because some students don't like to study. They like to be a taxi driver, but the parents and etc. And this social influence is very high for Georgian students, because I met a lot of people who are living not for themselves, they are living for neighbors, parents, relatives, and etc. And this is very sad, because this makes the society more stressed. And if someone don't like to study, why these people have to study? They can do other jobs, because they will be more successful in other jobs than in marketing or in philosophy. Social pressure from family, from neighborhood, from relatives, from society, that you have to have at home diploma. But at the reality, you don't need diploma. Nobody asks you, do you have a diploma or not, if you are a professional.
Thank you.
In business especially. Georgia has a lot of stuff to offer. And we cannot say one marketing of Georgia, because now the situation is so era of digital marketing that you need to have for different target audience, different messages. For Islamic world, you need completely different marketing, completely different branding. And for West European countries, you need absolutely different communication. For Russian and post-Soviet countries, you need completely different communication and positioning. And Georgia offers a lot. Mountains, Black Sea, food, culture, architecture, etc. So we have to communicate from country to country differently, because if you have one communication and if you have one direction, it can be not interesting for other people. So we have to understand what is our target audience, and we have to have a strategy for different target audience, what we are communicate, what is our main messages for different target audience. Yes, we are unique with the culture, with language, with Georgian letters. Our characters are like Georgian letters. For me, Georgian culture is very close to Georgian alphabet, and the main stuff what we offer the world, what is completely different, for me is the Georgian alphabet. And maybe wine from Guruli, because Hingali you can eat in different countries. Churchela you can find in other countries as well. Romi you can find in Africa as well. Secretarial insight is a very interesting concept, because if you Google something about Georgia, you can find very beautiful landscapes. You can see a lot of interesting churches and interesting stuff, but nothing from the people. And what Inside Georgia do for Georgia internationally with Georgian people is unique. So it makes the project very interesting, because it is information about Georgia, but from Georgian people. We are in Georgia very smart. Georgia is not only Khachapuri, Hingali, and Mtswadi. We have other strengths as well.
We have much more to offer.
Yeah, we have much more to offer, really. Not only Hingali and Khachapuri. Some stuff we can do better than other people. Not only other people can do better than we. We can do some stuff much more better than other countries and other people. So Georgia is now full with opportunities. You can do in Georgia business very well and very easy. You can develop yourself in Georgia very easy. You have a lot of opportunities here to work from Georgia abroad as well, to work in Georgia as well. So it is a country of opportunities, but you have to see this opportunity. Georgia for me is not architecture. People, first of all. People in my family, in my neighborhood, at my work, at the university, everywhere when I'm meeting there, and these relationships with people, because I have feelings to the people. Plus, Georgia is a country where I would like to live, because I see here a lot of opportunities, and it is easy to live here. Revolution 2003 was a very important date in Georgia's history. Plus, 2012, the change of government was very, very important for our development as well. And yeah, we have to move more to democracy and more to human rights, because humans are most important in the world.